Hello everyone, welcome to ET News. I'm Justin McGuire.
And I'm Suleika Isaac. ET News brings you the latest news and information out of Edison Curran Technology High School. Coming up on ET News, information for our seniors and juniors and some useful information about drug use in our safety tip of the week. But first, here's the morning announcements.
Edison and P-Tech students, are you interested in a career in law enforcement? The Monroe County Sheriff's Office is offering their Teen Police Academy again this summer. Please see Mr. Poffler in Student Support Center in room 3C7 for information about the program. The deadline to apply is Friday, March 6th.
Only a few weeks left to purchase tickets to the JROTC Military Ball. Tickets are $20 and the ball is being held March 21st. See Command Sergeant Major William Delgado in P-Tech if you are interested in attending. Everyone is welcome.
A reminder to sign up for our services at our health center. It provides physicals for sports or work permits, immunizations, evaluations, STD testing, birth control, mental health evaluations, and counseling. Pick up enrollment forms in the health office. There is no cost, and if you enroll before February break, your name will be entered into the drawing to win that Kindle Fire. And that does it for this morning's announcements. Some senior and junior news ahead.
When it comes to high school sports and heading to college, signing with a Division I team is the ultimate achievement. For many students on the Edison campus, the next step is signing with a company that will ultimately lead to their career choice.
31st overall pick, Acro Industry picks from Edison Tech, Junior Aaron Mallory.
Working toward their certifications from the automotive, manufacturing, and engineering pathways, 7 Edison Tech students will be headed to area companies to continue their work in those fields. Earlier this week, those students, administrators, teachers, and families gathered with 34 other students from around Monroe County at MTC to commemorate the signing. And an added bonus for seniors having this experience, a paid co-op. Aaron Mallory, Michael McLendon, Deshaun Harris, Lamar Green, Treasure Washington, Mohammed Kunafez, and Kivas Hurd will be heading off to internships and co-ops for the next few months.
Last week, our nurse practitioner, Tracy Wright, broke down some of the myths surrounding marijuana use. This week, Officer Wagner takes a look at what's happening on the streets.
So continuing our discussion about marijuana from last week, I fully agree with everything that Ms. Wright had mentioned the previous week. Myself and Officer Mitchell have gone through several training sessions on drugs and a teenage brain, and it is not a good mix. As Ms. Wright mentioned, our brains are not fully developed until we're about 25 to 26 years of age, and smoking weed will affect the full development of your brain. I want to talk about the levels of THC of marijuana. THC is the chemical responsible for most of marijuana's psychological effects, which is the high that you experience when you're smoking. The levels of THC between the 1960s and the 1980s was less than 2%. The levels of THC jumped to 4% in the early 1990s. And then between 1995 and 2015, there has been a 212% increase in the THC content in the marijuana flower. So this has affected people greatly. In 2017, Colorado reported a THC level of 17 to 28%, so it's just skyrocketed over the last several years. And there's multiple risks that go into factor with this. One of them is impaired motor skills, like driving and similar tasks. We had seen a number of increased accidents due to driving under the influence, so that's something to keep in mind. And then you can also overdose more easily than ever before, especially when you're eating edibles. People tend to eat the whole edible, whether it's a cookie or a brownie or a granola bar. The instructions tell you to eat maybe an eighth or a quarter of it, but how do you turn down a whole cookie? You're gonna more than likely eat the whole cookie, and this causes people to overdose very easily. I have an example of a family who no prior domestic history. He came home after eating a full brownie or a cookie, and he ended up violently killing his wife due to the effects of the THC level in him eating the whole edible. So keep that in mind. The increase in THC has also caused marijuana to be more addictive, as Ms. Wright had mentioned.
Ms. Watkins and Sheriff Shred join us now with more on what juniors and seniors need to know.
Hi, Diana Watkins here, Senior Class Advisor.
Hi, Chair Shred, Senior Class President.
2020, girl. Yes. So we are talking about senior class events, and we have a lot of events ready for us. Tell us about some of the events, Cherish.
So we have prom, senior brunch, senior trip. We're going to Universal Studios, April, the beginning of April.
April 2nd through April 5th.
Yep. And what else? We have a Valentine's Day dance coming up. Oh, skate party actually.
Yeah, we hope that skate party will happen. We got a little bit more work to do to make that
Yeah.
happen on the
Yep.
14th.
So get your tickets.
Well, that does it for this edition of ET News. Check us out every Friday. I'm Joseph McGuire.
And I'm Suleika Isaac. Thanks for watching and have a great day.